All right, mums and dads, please get your children off the fence. Please get your children off the hay bales right now, please. Can we get them off the bales? Kids, please move off the bales. Thank you. So this will be John O'Very. Welcome back after lunch, folks. So we've got John O'Very and Millie Simmons out there on the water. They'll be looking to make amends from the earlier round where they landed up on the bank, which they're doing very well at the moment. They're going to come through with a split time of 29.21, so not a bad start for Qual 5 in the Group B category. Hope you all enjoyed your lunch. It's going to be shaping up to a fantastic afternoon. Oh, this is a great drive from Jono as he comes back round past the commentary box now. Big splash of water, that wind's starting to pick up. It's going to make a bit of a difference. They come around the top corner, back through the middle, or just about crosses up there. He spins around, round she throws it, and he's going to come in and sub a minute of 58.768. Great drive, John O'Very and Millie Simmons. Well done. Great way to kick it off after the lunch break. John will be happy with that. Good drive there, people. Give him a round of applause as he heads back in. That's good work. So we're just waiting for KV to come back from an undrink, and he's going to pick up the microphone and join me. I'd push the button and turn him on. KV, welcome back after lunch.
Oh, mate, geez, I tell you what, some of that tucker that I've just had, I might need an afternoon sleep, but it is Bryce Barron and Kylie Barron out on the track. The people from Carterton in the Stinger, the Fortitude Racing Boat 66, and wow, after lunch we traditionally see guys and girls generally slow down. The brain slows down, the carbohydrates are into the stomach after a long lunch break. So, but these guys turning that theory completely wrong. A little bit knifey in there. They've loosened this boat right up. Very, very flighty at the moment. So really starting to aim for it as we're into qualifying round number 5. Our last opportunity to qualify into the top 9 for each of the 3 classes. And Bryce Barron absolutely flying at the moment, running what you may suggest he's on a ragged edge. Really knifed it up the top part of the course there. Now in the final run for the line. This is going to be a good time for Bryce Barron with a 54.021, his best time of the day.
That's 4 seconds quicker than John O'Very, so well done. Put your hands together, folks, as he comes back towards the start-finish line now. That's a great way to start after the lunch break. Obviously, just had a salad for lunch, nothing too heavy at the lunch break for these guys, KV.
Well, it's really interesting. They've made some changes to this boat. It was really very, very loose. By that, I mean that it was sort of flighting, you know, a bit flighty above the water level there. So they've made some changes there. Bryce, skilled enough to be able to work with those changes. So fantastic run there as we now have a look at Chris Rasmussen and Holly Sutherland, the real estate agent and legal executive respectively out of New Plymouth. This is the Venom Machine, the Professionals Real Estate Attraction Sign and Design, Steve Hildred Motors, Max Pennington's Auto City and Total Paint Supplies.
Yeah, mate, these guys have come out meaning business after the lunch break as well. My goodness me, we should have had a lunch break this morning, I'll tell you.
Mate, the way that I've seen you eat, you'd have a lunch break every 15 minutes.
Hey, settle down. You had more than me at the lunch break.
No, true. Geez, I'll tell you, these guys have really, that lunch break in this Group B category, at least thus far, we've only seen, this is our 3rd boat after the lunch break, but everybody's really come out with a bit between the teeth, starting to make that charge and make that headway. They do all realise this is that last opportunity, the 5th qualifier. They should have the boats tuned, the engine tuned. They should really have their setup well and truly sorted. And it's a flame out, and that is going to end up gently into that tyre wall. And so that was fairly innocuous in the big scheme of things, which is very nicely indeed. But, well, that is a fail.
Watch the big screen now, folks, as we'll swing him through the middle. Let's see where he went wrong. He's looking good up to this point, KV. As he comes round this bend, everything starts to go a little bit wrong for him.
Yeah, really, just in that latter part of the lap, certainly flying, but we just heard obviously the boat just turned off. Very disappointing way to end that one, but quite lucky where it switched off the long run up across the island and just gently into the tyre wall. So that's not too bad. Here's where just trying to work out what part of the lap we're in. No, a little bit further to go. No, that was it right there. So I'll tell you that when they shut down or turn off on a corner, that's where the problems come in. That is an incredibly fortuitous place for that to have just shut out gently into the tyre wall. No damage to the boat. But we saw Richard Murray in the Mina machine in the big blown 440 earlier. When that cut out, there was the puff of smoke out the back. He threw a rod, no smoke out of the back of that one. So hopefully it's just a little bit of a gremlin in there, nice and easy, easy to fix. Flick a switch, bang, it'll be ready for the finals.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. We don't want any other damage done to any other boats. We want them all to finish nicely. So yeah, unfortunately that we've lost a couple already today, folks. But oh well. You know, that's racing, KV, as they say.
That's right. And ladies and gentlemen, we did, Choco, I tell you what, he's just in front of commentary, just going to move one of the hay bales for us. But I do want a message out there, ladies and gentlemen. Earlier in the day, we heard that somebody unplugged the speaker systems to plug their phone into charge. Now, listen, if you aren't smart enough to work that speak, just don't touch stuff you don't understand, right? Because if it happens again and we find you, we're going to go to Middle Eastern type of things and we're going to go choppy the old hand off. All right? Just letting you know. We're going to go to a short break, play a little bit of music. We'll be back with more Round 5, Group B, in just a minute.
Hey, just while we've got a bit of downtime, a big shout out to the Martinborough Rugby Club who's given us a hand today. So, folks, if you want to give them a big round of applause, the Martinborough Rugby Club is out here giving us a hand today. So thanks, guys. We couldn't have put this event on today without your help. So big ups to you. Thanks, guys.
And of course to our rescue crew, as always, just do such a wonderful job of all our race officials. We get that opportunity to do it, but we are now going back to qualifying round number 5 at Group B style. This boat is called the Recession with Sam Gray at the helm, Mike Allen doing the navigation duties from Carterland Forestry Workers. So Sam Gray, Central Auto Parts, the sponsors on board. Bit of talk coming over the microphone there, Slim, just trying to work out if that's Paddy coming on board there, but Sam Gray, that's where our attention should be, and so these guys absolutely flying at the moment, certainly looking a lot more confidence in this latter part of the day, as you would certainly expect.
Yeah, good split time there of 29.367 kV, so a little bit behind the 8 ball there, but they've got to be happy with that because in this stage it could be their best time, and at times what they need to finish, mate, to make that top qualifier.
Yeah, to make the top 9. And of course that is the sudden death elimination, so into the big mouth of pressure sweeper in the latter part of the journey. So it is Sam Gray across the line there with a 60.027. 60.027 there for Sam Gray and Mike Allen. Our next boat to face the starter will be Carl Beaver in the Beaver Reliever. Jay Ammon doing the navigational duties there for KB Engineering Limited, Fuchs Oil, Silver Ferns, Marquis, the pairing out of the Waikato. That coming off the trailer now. So just seeing Carl Beaver coming under starters orders now. Just lining it up. There goes the green. Winds it up, does Carl Beaver. And I'll tell you, this bloke's certainly not scared of this machine. He certainly just throws it in there and really developing as a driver. Has had some pretty good success, some bit of misfortune as well. So Carl Beaver in the Beaver livery. A lovely lady, Jay Amon, in beside him doing the navigational duties. And mate, I reckon that these guys are a chance at the podium here today.
I'll tell you what, mate, whatever they had for lunch, so as we mentioned, these Group B guys have come out as if nothing matters, mate, and they are hammered down and going for gold here as we see them going through the middle of the course, the Beaver reliever. Mate, this is going to be huge. Oh, that freaks me out every time they come towards the commentary box.
So really working very hard at the moment. The business end of the day. As we said, the last opportunity to qualify into the top 9. Carl Beaver will make it with a 52.839. Great run for Carl Beaver and Jay Amon there. So our next boat to face the starter will be Daniel Reid and Jasmine Webster in the third time lucky machine, brought to you by Egmont Industrial Supply, Q Transport, McClutchy Contracting, Reid Engineering, Horizon Insurance, Sue Webster. The last time out, these guys parked it up around the Mathfresh sweeper at the top part of the course. Buttercup really got this boat working very, very well. Interestingly, I did speak to him early in the week, and he was so far behind getting this boat prepped. Surprised that he's made it down here, and the boat is certainly very fast. We can see that visually. Yeah,
we sure can, mate, and a hell of a lot of work's gone into the week. Obviously, first week of first meeting of the season, you all want to be here. Some of us, for obvious reasons, they couldn't get here. These guys coming through, well, what a fantastic split time, 27.798 for these guys. Man, they are flying, Kate.
Yeah, look, Daniel Reid just overdriving it in some certain parts of the track, but that off-track excursion earlier will have frustrated him a little bit. Oh, very, very narrow into there. He really had to hang onto the wheel to get that up the front chute. Whoa, that was neck and neck. But Daniel Reid, Jasmine Webster get away with it with a 56.051 and into P3 at the moment for qualifying round number 5 in the Group B category. Wow, that was a bit of a heart starter going in there. And I'll tell you what, there's a few people in the commentary tower just get the hair stand up the back of the neck there for a second.
I'd love for my hair to stand up on the back of my neck, mate, if I had some.
I'll tell you what, you know how they say that a pat on the back is only centimetres away from a kick in the bum? I think that your hair has migrated from your head down your back and towards your bum. I don't know, but I mean, that's just a guess. That's what Mrs. Slim was telling me a couple of weeks ago.
You say the nicest things.
Oh, no, look, yeah.
You just say the nicest things.
So our next boat out will be Tim and Debbie Edhouse from Whonga.
Look at the concentration. If you can see there on the big screen, the concentration of Tim's face as they backed off the boat. Again, with the visor up. We talked about that a little bit earlier on, and down it goes now. He switched it on. Wait for the green light, folks. You'll see them hum out of the chute, and this won't surprise me if they don't do well, mate. I reckon they'll get into P3.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if we see him right up the top. Of course, reigning New Zealand champions, this pairing from Whonga. So, look, I really do think the liquid addiction, obviously it is certainly capable. Will they be able to get it switched on and sorted out? Looking very smooth indeed, as we do expect these days from Tim Edhouse. The boat a little bit porpoisey around that little lefty there, but certainly driving some very nice lines and the split was a 27.145, so slower than Carl Beaver by about 1.5 seconds. So Carl Beaver got it over the rest of the field at the moment on the split. Tim Edhouse lost a lot of time on that sharp right-hander, washed a lot of boat speed off.
Yeah, sure did, mate. Sorry, getting a bit excited there, KB. I thought he was going to come up on the island as he went through there. Like I say, got a bit sideways, managed to correct it back. He'll come around to take the finish there with a 54.996.
And you were right, mate, into P3 for Tim Edhouse for the moment. They are starting to take some braver lines now. Just not going the middle, just starting to wind it out, and just starting to take some brave moves in there, starting to get me a little bit worried, but that's all right. We've got the Flounder Pounder is our last Group B boat. Then we're going to take a break to move some hay bales. So Matt, if you wouldn't mind just conveying that, we're just going to take a short break after this.
It's not a hay bale.
Forget about that, mate. Forget about that.
Ollie Burner out on track at the moment. Hoki Mo and Atawa doing the navigational duties. We're just having a discussion whether we're moving hay bales or silage.
Well done, silage. It is. Hey, look, bit of a mention here for Ollie. He's out here today dedicating this race to he lost a good mate a few days ago, so he's out here dedicating this meeting to him. So, and of course, Hoki doing the navigating was part of the rescue crew, but of course for today she said no. I've got another job to do. I've got to get this guy around the track safely and get him onto the podium. So let's see how they go. The Flounder Pounder is certainly pounding the water as it comes through the middle of the track. And they're doing fantastic as they head back towards the commentary box. Look at this big splash of water. Man, this haze is really coming in. The KV, it looks like a real overcast day, but it's stinking hot here as they come through the middle of the track. And they're going to come and look round to go post a good time as they come past the line now with a 55.757. Great time.
Into P4.
Thanks, KB. And that'll slot them into P4.
All right, we are just going to take a very short break. We're just going to move a couple of these hay bales for the moment. We'll throw a little bit of music on. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now getting set to go qualifying round number 5 for the Lucas Oils